What's up, everybody? This is Smokey from the Lowrider Connection, and we're out here in Denver, Colorado, hanging out at Sam's Custom Hydraulics with Sam and his son Troy. Stay tuned.
Big shot.
up, Sam? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, Smokey? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for letting me come down and hang out with you.
Absolutely.
You're a big key to Colorado lowriding, so I had to make sure to get you in these videos, man.
Right on. Appreciate it.
So, Sam, when did you start lowriding? About what year did you see your first lowrider bike?
So even before I built my first lowrider bike, I used to have posters of Lifestyle Imperials group all over my walls from the magazine. And I built my first lowrider bike in the fall of 1978.
Wow, 1978.
Yeah.
Huh?
And we didn't have bike parts, you know, and go and buy this and buy that. You had to be creative and bend your own forks and whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I bet. Yeah. So I'm taking a look at this video, man. And is that you and Troy back in the day?
Yeah, this is Colorado Springs, 2005.
Damn, he was a young man.
Yeah, he was
great.
He was 15 years old there.
Wow, 15 years old and had
Yeah.
a full car dancer, huh?
Yeah, that was his car dancer there. That's the 88 Monte Carlo Luxury Sport.
Beautiful car, man. And you guys did all the work to that car, correct?
Yes. Yeah. We'll pull it out again someday. But we danced that car from 2004 all the way to 2011.
Oh, wow.
And so if anybody's ever owned a car dancer, they know they're very, very expensive.
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep them going, you know.
Very expensive.
So, but we had a lot of good times and a lot of good memories, and took it all over to the United States so we can qualify to go to Vegas, which we qualified in 2006, and we got to Las Vegas and did well.
Wow, what a journey, man! What was your first lowrider car that you got purchased in?
So the first car that I actually wanted was a '77 Monte Carlo or a '76 Glass House.
Oh, wow.
And my parents said they had a friend in Commerce City that had a '72 Monte Carlo for sale. And so I went and looked at it, and I ended up picking that one up for like $1,400.
Wow.
And that car actually was, I bought it from a guy named Frankie Pacino. He was the actual uncle to the actor Al Pacino.
Oh, wow. So there's a little history there, huh?
Yeah. In that same car in 1985, my daughter, my firstborn, Tanya, she was about 6-7 months. And at that time, I was in a Rollers Car Club, and we were at a car show, grand opening, and a couple ladies approached us from Lowrider magazine, asked if we want to give a couple of celebrities a ride in the nighttime that Saturday night from the Denver Marriott to the Denver Athletic Club, where they were having the city was having a Zoot Suit party.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, we went to the Marriott, and it was raining, and I had a Hollywood top in that car and no way to cover it while I was driving. And Edward James almost came out with some girl, I don't know, his girlfriend, whoever. Danny Valdez, the guy that played the dad in American Me, he came out, and him and his girl got in Bill Bernal's car, which had a Hollywood top, 74 Elite, but he had a snap-on vinyl. And she had an umbrella because it was on and off rain that day, and Edward James almost kept insisting to hold my daughter in the back because he thought he was going to be covered from the rain. And I said, no, you are the ones that are going to get really wet. And so as soon as I pulled out from the Denver Marriott, the umbrella came out, and I flew 8 blocks right through the rain and stopped at red lights. Looked, back then there was no traffic. Looked and ran the red lights and got us there, and it turned out pretty cool. Edward James almost a really nice man.
Yeah. A little wet, but it was a good day.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of cool to have somebody, celebrity like that in your car.
Yeah. So that was my first car, the '72 Monte Carlo, and
what'd you have done to that car?
The first thing I did was I first pulled the springs out, and then I ended up putting the strings back in, and then I put rocks in the trunk. Yeah. And then from there, it got painted a maroon, and I had originally before the Hollywood top, it had a double pop-up glass and a half black vinyl. And then back then, most people didn't put hydraulics front, back, side to side right away. It had to do with economics, your money, So I did the back first, then I did the front, and then I did the side to side.
Oh, wow.
So, but and then eventually we did the whole chrome undercarriage in 1985.
85 chrome and everything.
Yeah.
And
back then,
what was the setup worth? Like to get a setup installed in your car back in those days? What would it cost?
The setups were like about $320 for like like the back or the front,
Yeah.
you know, and then they sold the side to side kit separate.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy it all at the same time, but it was very, very rare for somebody to have a full install front, back, side to side back then. It would be like you just drove up in like, you know, the top Lowrider. You know, back then, if somebody had all that at one time, it was pretty cool. But man, I got 3 of my friends to put rocks in their cars before I ever owned a car. And there was no bass back then. It was all treble. And we're putting rocks in the back of these cars with stock wheels. And we're going to 38th Avenue, double Dutch bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, fun times, man. Super fun times. And so when did you open up the lowrider shop, the hydraulic shops, Sam's Custom Hydraulics?
Well, I've always done hydraulics starting in a backyard in Swansea. The first setup I ever put in 77 Grand Prix, my friend Robert Villasana's car, was 1983. So from there, I shared shops. I had little shops. I even used my house garage, you know. But as far as like the name Sam's Custom Hydraulics, that was January of '96. Because before that, I had 8 other small locations here or there. I shared shop with my good friend Sonny Valdez, Eye Candy Art.
Mm-hmm.
I had shared 2 shops with him, and a few other people. And then, like I said, I use my own house garage every now and then.
And then you got this location, and you've been here
96 since 1996.
Wow, you've been here a long time, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
And you've been providing service for Colorado for years, man. You know,
Yeah.
you're the go-to guy, man. You know, if you need parts, you always have stuff in stock. So thanks again, man, for always keeping us supplied here in Colorado.
Right.
Appreciate you, man.
Cool.
Let's talk a little bit about Silent Whispers. So you had Silent Whispers, you cruised around, it was lifted, you know, stock paint job.
Okay, which Silent Whispers?
Oh, there's 2 Silent Whispers. There's the
let's
Monty.
see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I named a total of 6 of my cars Silent Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a total of 15 lowriders. My personal cars that I cruise, not cars that I bought and sold, you know, but just cars I cruise. Mm-hmm. But you know, the name Silent Whispers it came up. It's like let the car speak for itself. I don't need to talk about the car. Mm-hmm. Do a clean car, and then you know it's silent because the car can't talk, but it's whispering at the same time. Like, check me out. You know?
Yeah, no, that's a good name.
And that's where the name came from, and it just stuck. And I you know, I went back and forth with a few other names, you know,
mm-hmm.
but I like Silent Whispers. It works for me.
Yeah. What kind of setup are you running in the 69?
It's a 4-pump front, back, side to side. It's a lay and play. I don't hop the car. I don't 3-wheel it, but it does ride 100% normal, like a normal car. It's presentable. It's basic, and it's just got front, back, side to side, and
some hard lines.
Yeah, it's hard lined. It's chromed out. You know, back in the day, you had none of that. Nothing was chrome. You had to disassemble your entire pumps, everything, fittings and all to get them chrome plated. But now it all comes chrome plated. You know.
Man, what a service!
Yeah, it's switched around quite a bit.
Yeah, and so the interior of the car. Who did the interior?
Rima Upholstery, Commerce City.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like their work. They're really, really professional.
I see a lot of cars out there with Rima doing their interiors.
Mm-hmm.
Some good work out there. The paint job on this car, Sam, who did it, and what are the colors you used?
That was my brother from another mother, Sonny Valdez, Eye Candy Art. We grew up together in Swansea. That's all of him right there. That's his creative artwork. Tate, big shout out to Tate for all the striping, you know. Big shout out to Choice Auto Body, Adrian's shop. His guys took care of all the body work and removed the vents on the hood are removed, and we put power windows in it. We put tilt steering in it. I bought a whole other Impala just for the bucket seats in the center console. Put all that in it. Bought a Lincoln from Colorado Springs, the whole car for the moonroof, that 44-inch, and me and my good friend Rick took it to California and got it installed. Rafael and his father, mm-hmm. Nunez, in Southgate. They used to do, they still do. They still do a lot of cars from Lifestyle and Group and everybody else out there in California. So the grill was custom made out in California. Sits on 13.7 72 spoke cross six Dayton's with the 520. It's got a lot of time and stress and money in that car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And True Image, what year did that car club start, and who started it?
So I'm the founder of True Image. I started the groundwork in the winter of 1985. Mm-hmm. And so by 1986, our very first meeting was in February of 86. And Felix Ortega was there with me. He's a big part of the car club.
Is he still a member?
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Yeah. And my good friend Joe Escalante, Tom Nuanez. There's a few other people in there, Joe Castro.
And of course, you got to have another car. And you have the 85 Cadillac Coupe.
Right.
Coupe.
Yep. So that car there, I purchased from my good friend Adrian here in Denver about 5 years ago. And the history of that car is, I did a lot of research on the history of the car. They called him Choo Choo. He was from Public Enemy Car Club. He's the one that built the car. Mm-hmm. The only thing I did to that car when I got it is put hydraulics on it and 13-inch wire wheels, because the car had never had hydraulics or even been lowered. And so the windows, that's a big deal about that car, because all the research I've done, that's the first car with the windows, the back window and the side windows to be electric.
Yeah.
And all they use, the back window, all that is the divider between you and a limousine driver. Now back then, because that was done in the early mid-90s.
So it was a separator then, pretty much, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And I just talked to, he used to own, I talked to his son, Area 51 Customs in California. And his son is telling me his dad is the one that actually did the windows. So I'm still doing some more research, because I'm getting a little conflict on who actually did the windows, you know. But it's a very, very unique, rare car. Just
Big Shot.
Hey, homie, is cruising a crime?
It's not. It's a lifestyle. again. This is my dad gave me. So back when my dad had this car in '98 or whatever, I used to hop this car at the car shows. My dad made this individual switch to the front end for me, so I can hop at the shows because my hands are too small to carry the whole switch box.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And so when I got the car back, I had this switch put back in for my kids, so now my kids can get the switches.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
Reminiscing
dope.
on old days.
Yeah. Welcome, Troy. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you.
For sure, anytime.
Yeah. So, Troy, man, with your dad being who he is in Colorado, low riding and the shop and everything, what age did you get into low riding?
It's pretty much since I was born. I was in a lowrider.
Born and raised in.
Born and raised in lowriding. Never really had a lowrider bike stage because my dad gave me a car right away when I was young. Which was Troy's Toy, the Dancer.
So the Monty was your first.
Yeah, my first actual car.
Yeah.
Car, bike, lowriding. Yeah.
That's tight. And so, who came up with, hey, let's build a Dancer? Was that something that you wanted to do?
No, actually, so my dad wanted to build a Dancer,
Okay.
and he was working on it, and then he decided he wanted to give me all the glory and joy of operating it. So he ended up giving it to me when I was 13, and I think the first show we pulled out was in 2004. So I would have been 14. Was my first show with that car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, and you used to kill it, dude. We used to cheer all hard for you in the stands every time you'd come out, man. Because you're from Colorado, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we always support our own, of course,
Yeah, Colorado love.
Yeah, and so taking this car around all the states you took it to, bro, what an experience, man. Like some pretty cool times that you've had out there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Cool being out on the lowrider circuit, kind of being behind the scenes of, the entertainment of, the singers and rappers, but also setting up the show and the lowrider pit, hydraulic pit, all the fun parts that go with the show before the show even happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think about a good time, bro, where you were with your dad as being a young kid and just jumping in the car and just cruising?
Oh, yeah, always. The main one I remember is probably in the Lincoln, the 81 Lincoln. I don't even know how old I was at the time, but cruising Federal back when Federal was for lowriders,
Yeah.
bumper to bumper full of lowriders. He pulled me into the, I don't even know what it is now, the Advanza parking lot, and we were the only car in there doing three wheels while everyone was honking and cheering.
Fun times, man.
Yeah.
And I bet it just makes your dad's heart warm, bro, to see you kind of take the lifestyle and move with it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Definitely. So let's talk about your Lincoln, bro. What year Lincoln you got here?
Also, it's a 81 Continental. My dad built that car probably 98, 99. And he had that car for a while, and it got sold. And about 5.5-ish years ago, 6 years ago, it came back up for sale, and I bought it. We bought another Lincoln just to convert it back to how my dad had it originally. So put back on the stock wheels, change some other things around just to put it back to pretty much a memorabilia car of how he had it 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah, it looks great, bro. And who did the paint job on that?
Sonny as well.
Sonny.
Eye Candy Art, the one who also painted my dad's 69.
Beautiful, bro. What size wheels you rolling on your Lincoln?
A 13.7 Dayton's.
Nice. And the interior, bro? What kind of interior you got in there? It's a leather or?
It's the interior was done by the last owner. I believe it's like a snake or alligator type skin with the leather in it. Gold crosses on the seats.
Nice. And bro, and of course, this is the question we have to ask. What's the kind of setup you're running in that?
We got a Showtime setup, 4 pump, 10 batteries, 8 switches, front, back, side to side. Just a fairly basic lay and play setup.
That's what's up, bro. So Troy, where do you see the future of Colorado lowriding going?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. I feel like it's pretty big, probably, just about as big as it's ever been. A lot more cars, a lot more people, a lot more clubs. Every weekend there's a show or something, it's a never ending wheel. But yeah, I think it's on a good path.
Yeah.
Getting some good cars out of Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's always been a hot spot for low riding, man, and we've had some big boys that's done a lot of stuff throughout the states and over the years, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, it's cool. Well, thank you, Troy, for coming in, letting us hang out with you, and shooting the shit with you, bro.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure.
All right, Sam. So let's check out the wall of all the plaques you have. And you got a known La Raza Park, Sam Henry Boulevard sign, huh?
Yeah,
Any history on that?
that was a special award. They're all special awards to me. Don't get me wrong, but that one, that's a legacy award I received this past summer over at La Raza Park from Ben Opt, and I love it. I love that one for sure.
And then this one too. This is a achievement award, huh?
Yeah, that was my very first lifetime achievement award from Jay at a car show years ago. And like I said, I ran out of room to put all these plaques. I got them everywhere.
Yeah,
but I have friends that have a heck of a lot more than I do.
Yeah, this thing is stacked up, man. I love this picture of your car here in East Los Angeles on Whittier.
Oh yeah, that was 2022, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's Los Angeles right there.
Yep, the LA Convention Center. And the famous pumps. A lot of history on these walls, Sam.
Yeah, we could be here for literally years to talk about all the history. Yeah, my son's car dancer. Built that car. Geez, so that I gave that car to him when he turned 13. And when he turned 14, he started competing.
Mm-hmm.
And by 2015, over here on this far wall, our goal was to get to Las Vegas. You need 21 points to qualify for car dancing.
Okay.
That's a street class dancer. That's it. It has a motor and transmission, so it does run. And we took it to San Antonio, Texas, and we didn't quite get our points there. We went to Indianapolis, Indiana. He got first place in car dancing, but we're still a little bit short of points. And this is 2006, and we went to Denver. And I'm holding up 2, he's holding up 3. That's 23 points. So that took us to the right to Las Vegas.
Wow. How'd you guys do in Vegas back then?
He did well. I can't remember the numbers. There was about 11 of the street dancers. But that was Las Vegas there. So Troy was only 16 years old there. That's his 88 Monte Carlo Luxury Sport.
Wow, 16 years old and killing the game over there, hopping and car dancing. And is that car going to come back out, Sam?
Maybe someday. We talked about it. It's just really, really expensive to run. We ran that. We danced that car from 2004 to 2011.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and along with Jose Salazar's Riot Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he built that car. That was his car. He built it here. So it was really expensive to take them cars out to a show.
Right.
This design right here, if you look at it, that's Monte Carlo emblem. Troy designed that. And if you look in the center, he put 2 T's, Troy's Toy.
That's tight.
Yeah, it's pretty dusty. Got to get up there and dust all that. Yeah, that was his little sign he made, Vegas bound. He made that.
Man. So, Sam, I heard you have like a dungeon mech in the back room, man. Like archives, a bunch of old school Lowrider magazines.
Yeah, come on back.
Pictures, installs in. And this is the dungeon.
Yeah, so there's a lot of this stuff's going to end up in the future Denver / Colorado Lowrider Museum I've been working on. And that's slowly coming along. But there's a lot of history in here.
A lot of history. All the trophies from all over the years.
Yeah, I got quite a few trophies. Like I said, though, I have friends that have a heck of a lot more and a lot bigger. My good friend Beto down in Colorado Springs, Espinoza. Man, his collection is unbelievable.
Wow. Big shout out to Beto from Pueblo.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, Sam, all these books right here, man, they contain pretty much all Colorado Lowrider cars?
They're car shows. As far as like all the old photographs that I've been collecting from people, probably got about 25 different donors, including my own.
Mm-hmm.
We're about over 3,000 photos now, which ain't these ones. It's these guys right here. This is all old school photos right here.
Those ones, huh?
Yeah. And
the key to Colorado lowriding is all right there.
All these binders are Troy's Toy throughout the years. I'm I take a zillion pictures. You can see this. This
Yeah,
is just 2006 by itself. So,
man, you have a
but there's a
lot.
lot of history in these photos. Once they go out to the public, it's going to be cool because it's a lot of people will be able to see a lot of cars that were here
Yeah.
before they were even born.
And
You
one
know,
thing you do is pretty much everybody who's been around for a long time and they're still alive that's been in Lowrider magazine, you have them come to the shop and sign the magazine, right?
right? So these binders right here, um, they're they're everything Colorado. So I took the time to read every single Lowrider magazine there was, and I mean every single word, and put it into the binders. So it'll be anything that was Colorado, from the letters to the car shows. If it was Colorado cars, that's Bethel's ride right there.
Yeah, bet those 6'4".
Go under there. So anyway, if somebody wanted and I just did it the other day. They asked, they gave me a year and a month, and I pulled it up in 2 seconds.
And then there it is.
Yeah, I pulled it up in 2 seconds, and there it was.
And that's one thing Sam does, man. He collects a lot of stuff that surrounds low riding, and then he's gonna pretty much create a museum out of it. Correct?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of physical artifacts. Matter of fact, the Colorado History Museum was here. We had a meeting with them here, and me and my son Troy are going to actually go to an archiving class over there at the museum, and we have to go through every single item and archive it and take photos. And
Wow.
but they're going to give us it's a class that we got to take first before we go into that part of it. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So this right here, I was making these electrical drawings. This is 1982, the winter of '82. Hydraulic electrical drawings. I kept them all these years.
Wow. And then this car was featured. This is one of your cars right here, featured in Lowrider magazine.
Yeah, I had 1, 2, 3 cars featured in Lowrider magazine, and then they gave me a setup of the month in 1992. That was actually the second setup of the month when they started doing hydraulic or setup of the month and hydraulic hotline.
Was that from with Dick LaDoche? He wasn't there yet.
I don't think so. No.
Got you, man. Setup of the month. That's kind of hard to get too.
Yeah. So this setup here is what I did is this is actually the first setup in Colorado to have chrome gold engraving hardline. I hit all the electrical. I wanted to make it look like it didn't work, and I remember the first time I took it to a car show, and one of the judges, he grabbed all 4 pumps to see if they were just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Does it all work?" And I go, "Yeah, it works." That car had 16 switches.
Oh,
it
damn.
worked. Yeah. So,
damn. I got one more question, Sam. How long have you been low riding?
Okay, so then we'll go to 78, we'll go to 80. That's 40, that's 44, 45, 40, 46 years.
46 years?
Yeah, 46
low riding.
years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
True legend in low riding, especially here for Colorado, man. You've done a lot of stuff for us, keep us supplied. So thanks, big shout out to you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Right on, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Sam, let's talk about some of these photos we got here, man.
All right, this is some stuff from 1982 right here. That would have been my lowrider bike that I built in '78, and then went on to my first car. I bought this car in May of 1982.
Oh, wow.
So this is like 1980s, jumped all the way to, where are we at here, in the 2000s?
No, this is kid there.
Wait, this
is Troy.
This is early '90s, yeah. There's
Damn, Troy,
right
dude,
there.
you grew into this, bro. I mean,
All my life.
All his life, man. Now, are you the only boy in the family,
Yeah.
or do you have some sisters?
Yeah, I have 3 sisters, but I'm the only boy.
Yeah, so a big part of my lowrider foundation is my wife. My
Really?
lovely wife, Angelique, yeah. And all my kids have always supported, my daughter Tanya, Christina, and Shailene.
Mhm.
And then Troy obviously came up with his, cars and stuff. But they're a big part of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they fully support it, Love them to death. Thank you guys.
That's love. Thanks again, Sam, Troy, for opening your doors. Let us come hang out with you guys and show the world what you've been doing, Sam, for all these years. And Troy, thanks for doing what you do, and hopefully you can bring that car dancer back out to represent Colorado.
Maybe for one last show.
Yeah, one last show. And with that being said, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, watching, liking, subscribing, and please tune in next week for another badass episode of Badass Rides from Colorado. Thank you.
Cool.
And then that's it.
That's it.